Hey, what's going on YouTube? Swift bringing you a brand new video. Alright everyone, so we're here at the Grand Exchange and I'm going to show you step by step what I do in the process of buying the Dharok's armor, repairing it if it's broken, and then selling it as an armor set here at the Grand Exchange. So let's get started with today's video. Now what I do as a first step is I go to the wiki and I look at the prices of not only the set but each individual component, whether it be the axe, the plate body, etc. And I'll show you on the screen here. This is my setup, the columns I use and so forth. So what you want to do is, at least what I do, customize it for your own purpose, but sort by the sell price where you get the armor set at the top, and then you kind of go from there, highest to lowest. What's important to note here is these prices are going to be subject to change. They're going to fluctuate. Sometimes they're going to drop crazy fast. Sometimes they're going to be relatively stable. It just depends on the day. Depends on if there's an update. With this Grand Exchange window, I have combination of things going on here, so I will very quickly kind of just go over those. When I'm setting up my offers, I'm thinking ahead. I'm trying to determine what price that these items are going to buy at. So I have a few examples here. For the Dharok helms, the broken helms, I was able to get them for 220, 101. We're going to pull those, and then I'm gonna pull the rest. Now, you notice that I have a mix of broken and repaired. And there's a reason for this, is because I want to double up on the amount of armor sets that I'm able to make and sell. There's diminishing returns typically when you have when you're buying the repaired gear and combining it to make the set and sell it. Although that's not always the case. You can get lucky and buy some of these for significantly reduced prices and you'll make some great profit. It just depends. So we're going to pull these, kind of focus on repairing the broken ones and getting those ready. Fastest way to do this, I mean, you can just hit collect up here, but I'm kind of going through these one at a time to demonstrate. We've sold 60 armor sets. This is the total amount of cash. So collect the gold. We're going to be recycling this money at the end of the video. I'll show you some offers. The next step is going to be going and repairing the broken armor. So we'll show that here in a second. All right, so we're here at my POH, and you can see here, I don't really have a lot going on in terms of the build. But for this demonstration, what you'll need is make sure you have an armor repair stand. What I do is I bring a hammer with me, a dwarven stout, to get +1 smithing level for reducing the repair costs a little bit. Varrock teleport tabs, teleport to house tabs, cash to repair, and then all of your broken gear. What you want to do is click on the broken gear, click on the repair stand, and then you're going to get an option here that says repair all items. Repair that item. Depends on what you're going for, but let's just say you want to repair them all at once. Do that. And then they're all repaired, as you can see here. It'll, no matter which, if it's a mixture of gear, it'll just repair them all. Now that we've done that, what we're going to do is go back to a bank and continue repairing these until we're done. For this demonstration, it'll be just a quick trip to Dharok. But you can go to Castle Wars with the Ring of Dueling. I think that's the fastest way. Alright, so I forgot that I didn't use the Dwarven Stout. What you want to do is make sure to drink the Dwarven Stout before you do the repairs. So that's what we're going to do now. You can see the boost 82 over 81 for me. And you can compare your costs using the wiki just by adjusting the level that you have. All right, so now that we've repaired everything, we're going to go back to Dharok. Your final trip, you want to go to Dharok. You just got to run a bit up here to get back to the GE from the bank. And then you're back to where we started. All right, so now that we're back, let's go ahead and make some Dharok armor sets here at the GE. So what you do is, what I do is withdraw, if you have the quantity, 7 of each of the armor pieces plus the axe, and then go ahead and right click the Grand Exchange clerk, go to sets, and then select pack Dharok's armor set here by clicking on the D icon. And there you go. So now you've packed 7 armor sets. And then you can deposit these in the bank, and then you can repeat as needed. Alright, so once you have repaired all of your sets, bought all of your gear for creating the sets and then making them, etc., let's go ahead and price them. So judging by what the current buy price is on the wiki, so what I do is I sell at the buy price. So you want to go to the buy price column and go a couple thousand underneath that. It might be a bit immaterial what it ends at, but I like to end mine with a 1 just because of perception. Seems like a bit lower of a price than it is, so it might be more appealing to the buyer. So we're going to let that go. In the meantime, you can continue to merch, flip other things, get other offers going. For this demonstration, I'm just going to give you examples of what I would do as illustration of preparing for the next batch. Now, as you go on and as you continue to track how these sets are buying or lack thereof, if the price, like in this case, I was a bit too low on the plate bodies, the broken ones, you can make your adjustments, right click and go to modify offer, and we'll say, based on what I'm seeing in the wiki right now, it's 540,000 exactly. So we're gonna go, I don't know, 541,101. We'll just give them an extra 1,000. And I don't mind letting this sit for a while, so I'm gonna just say, I don't know, you can just say, well, 60. Confirm, and there you go. Are you done selling for the day, or do you still have more sets to complete? And if you have more sets to complete, then just try to acquire what you can of quantity, price it out, and just see if it's worth your time. All right, so one other thing I wanted to mention is the profit margin. What we're trying to make on each set, have that goal in mind. So if you want to make 100K a set, is that viable, or will it take some time? So in my case, at this price for the set, and if I were to buy each of the repaired Dharok's gear for their respective prices on the wiki, I would make about 79,000 per set. And if you multiply that by the 30, then that gets you about 2.3 mil, almost, well, more north of that, but 2.36 mil in profit. But if you were to go off of the brokens and then factoring in the repair cost, like the net, let's do that. Okay, so factoring in, if I add up all of my broken repair costs into the total that I paid for them, etc., it ends up being that if I were to sell at this particular price, I would make 328K approximately per armor set. And if you multiply that by 30, if that was the number of brokens and you repaired them all and sold them all as they were at those prices, and you ended up selling all the sets, then you would see a profit of 9.83 million. It can be really profitable buying the broken gear, repairing it, depending on your smithing level, and then selling them at the GE here, making significant amount of gold per hour because of going and repairing these Just takes a couple of trips and then you're already at the GE and you can go ahead and do something else, whether it be buying other items to flip. Hope this helps. Feel free to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and anyways, we'll catch you on the next one.